Hello YouTube community, this is VIP Nobody, your tech on a fixed income PC builder, coming to you from the sunny outback bush country of Jamaica. Yeah man. I don't know if you've been paying that much attention to my channel or not, but some time ago I featured my Mac G4 Quicksilver, and I've always wanted one. They're lovely, beautiful case, great design, and of course there it is. I was surprised to find that it worked straight out of the box in one. I mean, the RAM was loose. I had to reseat the RAM, and bada boom bada bing, booted right up. Didn't have a hard drive, and I had trouble getting an operating system put on it. So I succeeded with Tiger. And of course there was when you start your machine, the welcome screen and registering the machine and everything, right? I mean, you paid money for it, it's your machine, you paid money for it, it's your operating system, but you have to register your machine and operating system with the mothership, Mac mothership, right? Crazy, insane. So I did some researching online, and I hold down Command S at startup to enter a single user mode, and at the command prompt enter fsck-y. I'm going to go ahead and put this in, but it didn't work. I looked it up, I found it online, it didn't work. The command prompt told me that I had to have something else in there, /sbin/ before you started putting in the first two lines, and I did that, and bada boom bada bing, was able to bypass the registration. And then you've got to set up and go into the setup assistant and create a login with the root password. Anyway, I'll leave the instructions for that. I'll be putting that on the screen when I edit this video. But I wanted to show that there was some success, yes. What I'm going to try and do with this machine, I found out after I had installed the operating system that you can't partition the hard drive after you've already installed the operating system, at least not with Tiger. I wanted to put Sorbet Leopard on it and try that out, and also BSD. None of which is really going to make the machine a daily driver or really usable. It's just going to be for a collector's purpose, to be able to keep the old hardware and software. So I plan on turning it into a sleeper. Sorry if that offends some of you Mac enthusiasts, but I love the case. I want to have a machine that I can use and still have something that looks so beautiful. And just going to show you when I start that. But from here, I'm going to be putting on some more operating systems. I'm going to have to reinstall Tiger and have it partitioned as I reinstall it, or partition it as I go to install it. 3 partitions, and see if I can't get the other 2 operating systems on the same drive. And we're going to go from there. See you when I come back. And we're back. I'm going to go ahead and start the machine. Hold Command S to be able to get in at startup to enter single user mode. Let's see if it gets there. Off camera, I partitioned the hard drive. There we go, local at root. Now the instructions that I had posted. Oh, let's see if I can get this looking a little better. Why is that so? Anyway. Is it because I'm too far one direction or the other? Yuck. Studio's not perfect. Well, hit the buttons on the bottom of the television. That'll go away in a minute, hopefully. I don't know why it comes out so cockeyed. I've got the camera level. Okay. See if we can bring it down to where we can. I want you to be able to see me typing. There we go. I can see it on the bottom of the screen anyway. Supposed to type to be able to mount the disc. The directions said just mount space dash UW slash with a space slash. You got to type just exactly the way it says or it's not going to work correct. But I had trouble last time I did this. I found that when I typed the commands as they were posted, that I got error messages that suggested that I put slash sbin slash mount first. So slash sbin slash mount space dash UW space slash enter. It goes right back to root. Okay, next command, NICL space dash raw space slash VAR slash DB, no caps yet, slash net info slash local dot or period NIDB. I am not a keyboard commando. Space dash create CREATE space slash users slash root. I don't know if that's the space be there, but it might be space password, PASSWD. Enter. And it just comes right back to root again. To enable root user with no password, TOUCH space slash VAR slash DB space period capital A PPLE capital S ET UP capital D ONE. looks right. Hit enter. Right back to root again. Okay, that's the full setup assistant into thinking it has been run already. Type exit to continue booting normally. EXIT. Oh, it's running. I saw something for a second there. After this, the system will continue booting and you will get the login screen. Just log in with root and no password. Mouse working? Yeah, mouse is working. Click OK, Shift Z, Shift / United States. Don't transfer. Continue. Yeah, it's not going to work. See, look at that registration, right? Different network setup. I know that the airport on this doesn't work, so you can go ahead and try and put the password in. It's nice that this machine is equipped with a Wi-Fi card. It just doesn't work. At least I haven't been able to get it to work. Come on, continue. Airport error. See, that's what I get every time. And I don't know how to bypass this either. Telephone, airport wireless, Ethernet. I'll just go to my doesn't connect. There it goes. I don't know why the root process didn't work right. And we're back where we left off last time. I installed Tiger on this computer and was not able to partition the drive so that I could install anything else on it. Let's see, there we are. We've got other partitions on here now. Of course, I've got the Tiger partition and the Sorbet and the BSD. I'm going to try and install on those. I was having trouble with Sorbet. Mac sees it as a 3.8 gigabyte DMG, but Linux and Windows see it as a 4.1. So to be able to transfer the file, you have to use an exFAT formatting on your USB. Well, this G4 doesn't understand what a exFAT is, so it wouldn't see it. So I couldn't transfer the file off using exFAT format on my USB. So it had to be journaled, and Apple boot sector or something And I just went ahead and downloaded it again straight to the USB this time so that I could transfer it off of the USB stick. And of course there's the USB stick. You can see here. You can see that sorbet is on there. The G4 sees it. The next thing to do is to try and go ahead and install sorbet on the sorbet partition. I'm going to go into disk utilities. And let's click on the partition where we want to install it. We've got restore picked, and the source image, we're just going to drag sorbet over to it, and it's supposed to, okay, alright, skip checksum. To restore a disk, check the source disk. Oh, drag the destination image. Okay, sorbet down to here. Doesn't want to work. Not working. Oh well, we have an epic fail. Wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last. I'm gonna have to look it up and see what the heck the dealio is. Wait a minute, there. No, I don't want that for the source. I want sorbet for the source. Drag a disk here to restore onto it. Sorbet should be the partition or disk that it should go to. Doesn't want to go. I don't know what you can say there. Ejected, huh? Oh gosh. Here we go. And we're back. We're going to do a final attempt to install an operating system on this thing. I'm going to try BSD. Hold down the O. Usually it's hold down the function or in the option key. No, it doesn't look like it wants to cooperate with that. It's just going to load straight into it. That's pretty snappy, by the way. Try function key in the O. See if that works. I've got a adapter IDE to SATA with a SSD. Once again, it won't let me boot into something other than the installed operating system. Back again. It appears about the only way that you can start this with a different operating system is to have a blank SSD attached to the IDE adapter. This may take a little bit. There was a flash and envelope we're looking for. There we started. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can turn this in the upper left hand corner. If I come on out a little bit, maybe you can see the whole screen, huh? The upper left hand corner's just got a little bit of, there we go. If you can see it, it's got a spinning cursor here. Boot kernel data. This may take a bit. I've never used BSD before, so we'll see what happens. The sorbet leopard install was a failure. I tried it several different ways. I tried just transferring it to a USB and sticking it in the machine, but it didn't see the USB unless it was a formatted journaled Apple drive. So, and when I tried to transfer, it didn't want to transfer that way, so I just I had to put a journaled into my main rig USB and download directly from archives the sorbet leopard, and that didn't work either. So I give up on that one. This is the last operating system I'm going to try and install on this machine. Well, we've got a cursor in the middle now. Before I go ahead and turn it into a sleeper. Welcome to free BSD. Would you like to begin an installation or use a live system? Let's go install. Key map files. Well, just go with the default. I'm no keyboard commando. I don't know the process. Like I said, it's my first time ever trying to use it. From what I remember, BSD was an operating system that was put together by some university out on the West Coast. They used a Unix kernel, just like Linux uses the Unix kernel for their operating system. So, and Mac uses the Unix or Linux. They're all the same commands. There's differences, nuances. But for all intents and purposes, it's all the same. It's all Linux. And by the way, I see a lot of online arguments about what operating system's the best. You know, everybody sticks to their operating systems. I've used them all, and best thing I could tell you is pick your problems, okay? Because every operating system has its problems. Apple, it's way too expensive. Their hardware and their software is way too expensive, and they change things so often that you're constantly spending a fortune just to be able to use their equipment and software, which tech on a fixed income, hello. Like I found this machine for $14.99, right? So anyway, problems with Windows, the Windows mothership. I've noticed since Windows 7, when I was certifying with Microsoft and interviewed Microsoft, I found that Windows 7 was putting files on in my temporary folder, 2 or 3 for every second, and you can't open it with any application. So it's obviously information that's going to the mothership. Now let's go ahead and say OK for this one, huh? Mouse doesn't work, so we Base system debugging, kernel debugging, port tree, system source tree, test suite. I don't know. Let's go. Okay. Auto UFS, guided UFS, disk setup. Omega zip. Select the disk you want to know. The 120. Down one. Entire disk. Apple partition map, of course, Apple partition map. We've got a Power Mac here. Disk setup when complete, press the finish button. 15 gigabytes. Commit. Anyway, to be able to continue, just like Snowden says, they can turn on your machine and watch or listen to anything and everything that's on your machine. That was back in 2007, to the best of my knowledge, when he came out and said that, and ended up having to go to a country where he wouldn't be murdered for revealing that information. So Windows and Mac, both of them, those are part of the baked-in problems that you're going to experience with either one of them. Windows may be cheaper in some respects, but still, it's mothership thing. And oh yeah, by the way, you've got to get everything through their software store nowadays. You've got to have an online account. You know, there's ways to bypass it, but who wants to be so knowledgeable just to be able to use your own operating system and equipment? That's insane. It was a real easy decision for me. What problems I wanted to deal with was the ones with Linux. And what problems are that? Finding software or GUI. Well, it's so much easier nowadays, it's not even funny. It's and it's free and open source, free. It's and I mean, even Brax from Braxme says you want a system that's free of viruses and being watched, it's Linux. Snowden uses Cubes, which is a Linux operating system that you don't even have to have installed on your hard drive to be able to use. You can use Thunderbolt, you know, Thunderbolt USB drive. You don't need as fast as that is, I mean, what else do you need? But anyway, what's this say now? Oh, error 5, retries exhausted. Command timeout, huh? What did I do wrong this time? Overall process at 50%. Partition table complete. Initializing ADA in progress. Initializing file systems. Please wait. Pick your problems. That one works in so many different ways. Pick your problems. Here's some old man advice for you. When making your decisions in life, pick your problems. It takes a little bit of thought process sometimes to be able to think in that manner or in that way, to pick your problems. Makes you weigh things out, makes you think about what direction things are going to take. There's another 5 exhausted. retrying command, ATA, identify, ACB, etc. at 0 with a 40 in the middle. Cam status command, timeout, error. 5 retries exhausted. Well, it doesn't look like it's going well. Zero retry, or 0 more tries remain. This might be it. Yeah, it's fun. I do have some old Macs around that have been upgraded to the maximum. I've got a Hackintosh, so Hackintosh is getting really easy nowadays too. I got it in one with Tony Mac, Clover. I was very lucky. Somebody gave some very good instructions on GooTube University. Gosh, how many years? That was 10 years ago. Sierra was what I loaded on, a Optiplex 330, 4 gigs of RAM and SSD. SSDs were very expensive back then. Even the 128 gigabyte ones were very expensive. Is it the same thing it's trying to do? ATA, identify, ACB, etc. Looks like the same thing. Oh well. Another catastrophic failure. Stuck in that. Yeah, stick a fork in me. I'm pretty much done. This is VIP Nobody, your tech on a fixed income PC builder, coming to you, signing off from the sunny outback bush country of Jamaica. Yeah, man.